HQ, Agent Liev here. Clean slate protocol underway.
Copy that, Agent Liev. Green light. Extraction point confirmed.
I'm proceeding with the mission. Over.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'll summarize it if it's too dumb. 672.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, it's super long. So the founder of Keensight was once a deserter. He opposed the orders of a northern government that wanted him as an accomplice of an ignoble slaughter. During the Civil War, when Colonel Spencer Crackhorn moved into Northwest states with orders to supply arms and explosives to the northern troops involved in various battle theaters. But because they were going to do some sort of horrible act in the Civil War, the Bear River Massacre in Franklin County, he abandoned the battlefield, indignant and deeply marked by this act of cruelty on the part of his own government. He deserted and repudiated the colors and powers of the North, entering with his most faithful comrades in the forests in the mountainous territory of Idaho.
Okay. So it's the history about a dude that founded the town. Bless you.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. Pretty much. So they walked into the forest until they came into an uncontaminated valley and made a fort.
Gotcha.
More or less. They just tried to found their own nation, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, they found signs of the Lewis and Clark expedition, and enjoyed the place. And there's a plaque on a stone that's a touristic route in the east of the city. So yeah, an army deserter settled here because they led a massacre during the Civil War.
Gotcha.
And then there's more. I know the next Eyes on Keensight, if I recall, like them about their fort and dealing with people and the history of the, all the old history of the town.
All right.
And eventually, I think the last one or two talks about like how Corp builds the place up. So, to a degree, that's the long and short of it. I'll go into greater details or anytime they're kind of important.
Okay.
There's sequoias and spruces, and it's beautiful, and they lived here. That's what it says.
Gotcha. Well, I found a bunch of stuff, and then I used a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, sure did.
Specifically ammo.
Oh, did you not hit that alley save point yet? Is that further up? That makes it is.
Yeah, it's further up. It's gotta be. Knew there'd be something if I scraped.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Fucking son of a bitch. Okay.
I just leave him. For now, anyway.
Kind of keep my eye out just in case.
Alright.
It took less than a day to turn this town into a nightmare.
And it took like 4 hours.
This place will never be the same.
Yeah.
Like it was
no time at all.
It was destroyed by the time Leaves dragged himself out of the water, which didn't seem like it would take long, but I don't know. Maybe it took longer than they thought. Or maybe a file will come up later and it's like, it was getting fucked, like, before they dropped fucking drugs out of the plane or helicopter.
This
which would make more
zombie
sense.
apocalypse was just ready to go.
Like, it was happening while they were recovering stuff at the lab in the beginning. You about to vomit, sir?
Well, now I'm getting lucky again.
Yep. Good. You need it. After that disastrous start.
Do you hear that?
The beeping?
Yeah, what is that?
I assumed it was that bus. Or something else. Some kind of alarm.
All right, Operation Update. High priority. Colonel N.R. Jessup. Colonel, I hope... Oh, God, it's 10 pages. Colonel, I hope this message finds you before it's too late. We've just received intel from the Department of Defense that I need a break for water. Hold on. The quarantine operation in I-8 could be more difficult than expected. What you may find yourself facing is not just a population afflicted by a mere contagion, but rather the results of a chemical attack on the United States. According to our latest intel, the citizens of Keensight could turn out to be anything but unarmed, since the effects of the gas are capable of transforming them into lethal killing machines. Attached is all the experimental data we have on the subject. I hope you'll find it useful when you encounter the enemy.
Ah, yes. Here's your bestiary.
Oh, yeah. The subject's transformation by CSR-03 castor gas will result in two unique evolutionary stages, defined as stage 1
is where we learned all this
and
shit
stage 2.
that we were talking about at the lab, I think.
The main cause of the desired evolutionary effect can be found in the genetic and physical makeup of the subject. Castor is, in fact, designed for military use, and its power of cohesion is reported in the physical and biological standing of the subject. All this, combined with the aim of selecting specific genes, results in a transformation into deadly, unstoppable bioweapons. In the instance that a subject does not possess the adaptable genes necessary for mutation, the gas will cause rapid cellular deterioration. This will turn the subjects into biological abominations that constantly decay after often immobilized in their own collapsing bodies.
1% of the time, it works 100% of the time. You'll either get zombies or a super soldier.
Yeah.
Mostly zombie stuff.
Yes. Well, the super soldier is from Pollux, not Castor.
Well, it also sort of makes a super soldier.
Well,
when
kind
it
of.
works.
If you count the fast ones. One thing you should note is that Type 7 is unable to infect others, because Castor is a chemical weapon, not a viral one. In addition, each stage of infection, so that's why we're not getting sick when they bite us and scratch us and hit us. Each stage of infection results in death after 72 hours from 0 hour, the moment the gas is inhaled, resulting in total cellular meltdown, stage 1 from 0 to 12 hours. This mutation is complete after just a few minutes of being exposed to Castor. Mental state: once a human being inhales the gas, an irreversible process of physical deterioration begins, which instantly leads to a state of extreme aggression. Physical state: partially unaffected humanoid life forms, but the acidic buildup in blood and tissue increases so much that hair loss and tissue damage occurs. Large black-purple veins appear and accentuate the most venomous and arterial regions. Venous and arterial regions. I said venomous. While the skin loses its natural pigmentation and turns gray.
It's one letter off, so it's an easy mistake.
My brain was trying to autofill because I was reading fast. The eyes become empty and milky. If a stage 2 transformation does not occur, the body will still undergo a painfully slow and irreversible deterioration of tissue that leads to the total collapse of the creature within 72 hours.
Oh, they'll just die.
Yeah.
Instead of turning into a monster.
This is already more effective than the T-virus.
Because at least the zombies will go away.
Yeah, because this
eventually.
They self-destruct, essentially. And you can only turn into a zombie if you've been exposed to the gas, not if you're bitten or anything.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it spreading out of control.
But it will still be a problem. Some things are going to turn into monsters, which are probably the more powerful ones we've been fighting.
Countermeasures. Being fundamentally human, the infected have all the weaknesses inherent to human beings, brain, heart, etc. Even if they're now characterized by an extraordinary physical resistance, there's missing an L there, I think. and resilience to pain. These characteristics, combined with unmatched speed and ferocity, make them especially dangerous in groups. However, they can be killed with firearms, decapitation, or explosives if fired or hitted
or
hit
hitted
at vital areas.
Good enough.
Stage 2, from 12 to 24 hours. The mutation of the next stage, defined as the correct form, is accomplished after 12 hours exposure to caster gas. In fact, after the first hours, if necessary genetic and physical requirements are present, the chemical agent starts to heavily rewrite the genes of the infected subject. Mental state: the host has now lost all traces of humanity, while its body, driven only by violent impulses, becomes a weapon that can attack using its bones, which are transformed into sharp cutting tools. They are unable to act with sharp battle techniques, but their strength, resilience, and bloodlust compensate for lack thereof. Physical state: in this stage, the creature becomes entirely acidic. So the green spitters are the correct form.
Yep.
The veins surface over the skin and explode, often from the skin. This significantly alters the coloration of the infectee and appearance of its tissue. For reasons unknown, there's an anomaly is the subject's body, for which the upper limbs are deformed and stretched to such a degree that they're razor sharp, while the entire body expands slightly. Countermeasures: it is impossible to pinpoint our particular weakness. However, the enhanced physical characteristics make it almost perfect as a bioweapon. The correct form: one single subject is capable of eliminating a whole group of soldiers. The only sure way to take down a stage 2 infectee is by firearms, decapitation, or explosions until it is rendered completely helpless. So all of your perfect super soldiers are defeated with firearms.
Yep.
That's not good.
Hey,
if
it's
you want to use them.
supposedly able of eliminating a whole group of soldiers, although
An untrained man who is just
park
like
ranger
a park ranger has been kicking their
kicked
asses.
killed 2 with no problem.
Yeah.
Plus possibly the earlier form, which might just be the Zombo, but it's turning into the thing.
Yeah.
It's being rewritten correctly, so it's a big buff guy now.
Yes.
That's my guess.
I think so, yeah. Wrong. Type 7, 24 to 48 hours. This mutation occurs 24 hours after exposure to caster and 12 hours after stage 2. In some cases, after the first 12 hours, the chemical agent causes further genetic anomalies in the correct form, which further increases the acidity to such the extent that it becomes harmful to the subject itself.
Oh.
Mental state: lacking all reasoning and instinct, fueled only by aggression, the subject becomes a weapon.
This is the other one.
Capable of expelling acid via contact or spitting from the mouth. Okay.
Even though the first correct form doesn't look razor sharp, I guess
correct.
maybe because it's claws or like
yeah,
or like whatever.
The subject becomes a weapon.
It's got boils and blisters and explodes and shit.
Capable of expelling deadly acid via contact. Well, the correct form's even shittier then, because I literally just pistol whip it to the floor and shoot it on the ground. Expelling deadly acid via contact or spitting from the mouth. It is also able to attack using its razor-sharp talons, so it is extremely dangerous. Physical state: during the transformation, the acid generated by the body causes the entire outer layer to dissolve, which creates skin overlaps with the possibility of blisters filled with acid. Large areas of the muscular system are exposed, while a notable change of the upper limbs takes place. Hands and arms elongate unnaturally or melt away completely, leaving bones exposed. In this stage, the subject's movements in the upper and lower quadrant will become restricted, literally fused together with the rest of its body due to the melting tissues, even if in some cases the subjects still fire acid from a distance. Countermeasures: the greater the transformation, the more difficult it becomes to dispose of. It's an unpredictable OBE, operative biological experiment. Instead of BOWs, it's OBE.
Yep.
OB sounds like a pet's name, like something I would call a beagle. Come here, Obi. Who's a good boy? No, stop spitting acid on the couch. In one instance, a wrong type 7 was doused. Is it supposed to be doused?
Probably
doused with water, causing its acidic body to become even more corrosive, which led to the complete destruction of the creature.
Get a water gun.
Yeah, a regular stage Tindarius. That's supposed to be our tyrant later. More than a single creature, it is an amalgamation of 2 or more beings that form a real heap of melted biological matter. This sounds like it's going to be a boss. It can occur 72 hours after the 0 hour, but only when all the infectees in the area start to break down.
It's a zombie rat king.
Yeah. Tangling upon themselves or with one another. Mental state, being a combination of several beings, it does not possess...
Or it's just going to be a slime.
Yeah. Possess a unique behavior, intellect. The real danger lies when getting too close to the amalgamation and risking exposure to acids and fumes that are toxic. Of particular danger are the acidic blisters that will appear in barely visible areas or wrong forms that can detach from the main body and attack while camouflaged by the rest of the mass.
I see.
Physical state. Tindarius has never been analyzed nor studied in detail. The one attempt to observe it ended in disaster, and the subject was immediately disposed of after causing extensive damage to the North Red One H.A.D.E.S facility on Northfall Islands, making it impractical for years. Countermeasures: the greater the amalgamation, the more difficult it is to destroy. In the only case we've identified, the use of a lot of water led to a unique chemical reaction that causes complete and instantaneous disintegration.
Dissolve.
So this is why it's on an island.
Dissolve the chemical... what's that Lovecraft monster that's cute? That's just a slimer.
The Shoggoth?
Yeah, slime the Shoggoth.
Oh, he's so adorable.
Dissolve it.
I love little Shoggoths. Song of Saya. Saya is pretty much just a Shoggoth. She's a weird squiggly slime thing. She's just not as big as a Lovecraftian Shoggoth. Those things fill up, like, buildings.
Mm-hmm.
The Keensight Herald. The headline refers to a string of disappearances in the Vermilion Forest. It seems they weren't isolated cases, but rather vanishings that escalated over time. Oh, so maybe it has been happening.
So I have
for a while.
an explanation for Sam's battle prowess. Remember the intro to this. These are the warriors we're talking about. These are the legendary battlers. This is operating on Resident Evil logic, being originally a Resident Evil fan game. So these aren't any old people. We do have 2 trained soldiers, one of who's now dead.
Yeah.
And Sam is just a freak.
He fucking badass.
A genetic mutation. These are the Dynasty Warriors of the Apocalypse. The speedrunners who were never touched and beat the game in 2 hours and 15 minutes, canonically. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the same heroic rises, but I imagine that's the logic that lets Sam be, like, as beating these super bioweapons.
Yeah. And he actually is some sort of weird mutant because all that stuff we found out about the maternity ward and the experiments
he grew up here?
and stuff. Yeah.
Well, didn't he move here?
He said he was born here.
Oh, he was born here?
Well, he mentioned, like, this is where I was born. This is where
that
it all
was the
began.
room he was seeing. But I didn't know if that was just memory stuff and could have been anywhere, or if that was specifically in this hospital. I know other people moved here. I don't remember if he moved here. No, yeah, because he's like... Unless he moved out of town and came back. Oh, wait, didn't he used to live in Chicago? So maybe he's been in the Hexacore system the whole time? No, wait, Chicago. I'm mixing up Resident Evil lore now.
Yeah.
Whoops. Good job, game. Hey, look at that herb. Not the big one. Yeah, the little one.
Little plants.
Green herb. Rolled up into a compound. Hi, buddy. Oh, no.
I wonder if this... It does work.
Okay. We finally got the check.
Okay.
He could.
Time to be super meticulous about my
pool.
ammo. Since I only have 2 clips, I feel like I need to make sure they're full at all times.
That's, yeah, a good plan, really. Just like the original beginning of the game.
Oh, that's right. We found an audio log earlier, too.
Oh. Oops.
And I never turned in that thing for Sam.
Turned in...
You get little ID tag chip things that you can turn in at save points.
Oh, he could probably do it next time, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I never could have imagined something like this. Not even in my wildest nightmares. Tonight was supposed to be a night for celebration with family. Instead, I found something killing family one by one. It all happened so damn fast. I've been trying to reach my supervisor at the dam, but this is probably the day. Along with the rest of them, I sincerely hope they're all dead. Not that I'm alone. Not being able to perform a simple task like riding. I can only curse those fucking assholes of the company. I regret having lied to so many people about what I did to them.
Oh, sorry about that.
And because I still got one shot at doing some good, I like to think it's not my good chance that.
And then it just stops.
Voice memo. Supervisor of Quadrant CDG-58. I've organized a meeting with all the tenants at the garage tonight. I'm sure everyone will be there, despite all the hype surrounding the Apple Blossom Festival. My group of OBE is becoming more and more obedient, more disciplined. This new drug is really something else. Just a few more tests, then I can safely say my work here is done. Of course, it'll be tough to relinquish control of the area to just anybody. I will surely miss my docile little test pokers. But that's okay.
Porkers.
A well-deserved promotion awaits me.
Like
My
piggies.
docile little test porkers.
Yeah, my docile little piggies. My Zombo monsters are so cute.
My little obies.
You were wrong. You weren't wrong about the obies. My tests are going swimmingly. They're fine. I love these little guys. My little monsters are cute.
I hope
It's
the
wonderful.
name being super cute is part of the canon, and more of them start talking about their obies like their pets.
I don't know. I kind of hope, even though this is being played straight as a, proper survival horror thing, that you run into the test group and there's actually a group of, like, super docile zombies, or, like, just super docile monsters.
That would be pretty cool.
They're, like, all under control.
Okay.
Granted, we've been to all the,
just a moment to adjust myself here.
we've been to... Red North 1, I think, is all blowed up and shit, and the other place we blew up on the way out or whatever, so...
Yeah.
I don't think there's really any facilities left, as far as I know. Unless they have a hidden one in the city too somewhere.
They might have more just
Yeah.
around.
Secret umbrella lab under something. That would be in the spirit of the genre. Oh yeah, I remember all this now.
Yep, this is the
Can't remember the last time I saw this court so empty.
Yep.
The kids used to practice out here religiously.
There's the arcade and the basketball court. Easy. And the dropped tubes that release the gas. So there must have been an attack then. That's not from the helicopter. That's not the drugs that Leave just tossed out the fucking window, right? Didn't he just throw a vial out or something and then took one sample for himself?
the whole helicopter fucking went down. I think it dropped shit all over the city.
Maybe. Oh, you were carrying the, we had a cargo container.
Yeah,
full
we
of
loaded up the
Castor
helicopter.
samples, in addition to the little sample of Pollux or whatever. New
Looks
log.
like we'll have to evacuate the station, at least for the night.
Next,
There's been a gas leak
what
close
do
enough to
we
the
need?
control room to jeopardize our instruments.
There's Half-Life 3.
That could
Full
have
life
happened on a better day,
consequences.
that's for sure. For once, I can enjoy an environment where I can interact with real flesh and blood people, rather than being stuck behind a monitor observing their actions and behaviors.
Xeno. Aliens. Oh man, look at all these details. Fucking Polybius.
The conspiracy.
And it's just like a blue screen.
Yeah.
Algorithms. Killer
Full life.
shark. Yeah, full Well, we got Half-Life Alyx at least.
Yeah, their VR game. I'm curious to check that out. It looks pretty good, but I mean, I would expect that.
Partial recall.
I remember a few things. Rest is kind of fuzzy. Live Hard 2.
So that's 2 different Die Hard
Yup.
fake movies. Because the other one was, I already forgot, but we saw it earlier.
Die Soft.
Yeah, I was to say Die Soft, I think. I wasn't sure, though.
Yeah, it was Die Soft.
Watch out for traps. Also, I think you passed a juice.
Did I pass a juice? Oh, you're right. Just walked right past it.
I wasn't sure if you had memorized the spot and were just saving a slot for like a key item or something. Or...
Nope.
Trap. Missed. There you go. Slap.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, she's probably dead.
Alright. Fix your ammo.
She was not
dead.
fucking dead.
And wait for it. And slap.